You want to
It's
know what
on
used
the
to drive me
trigger.
crazy?
It's on the
Again,
trigger.
mine, or my brother gave me his because he thought it was crazy. And then I didn't believe him until it started going off in the middle of the night. Yep. And then, yeah, I agreed about it being creepy.
All right, what's
I put
up?
it in our toy chest,
What's up?
and it
Welcome in,
used to
everybody.
randomly just go off, and it would turn off. Like, what? All right, Cosmo, move your butt.
It is officially fun day Saturday. Y'all see the thumbnail, y'all see the title. It's going to be absolute chaos, but it's going to be some fun unorganized AFC Eastie Boys chaos for you. First of all, how's everybody doing this weekend? Appreciate y'all rolling through. What's up, Waffles?
What it do, everybody? The AFC Boys back at it again.
Back at it. So we're gonna go through. We're just gonna talk some football. We got some hot takes for you. I got a whole lot of things in this noggin up here that I gotta get off of this brain, and the only way that that's gonna happen is just sitting down, having some conversations. Discord is open if anybody wants to hop up and talk football with us. You know the deal. If you're new to the channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button right after you smash that like button, and then go join the Discord. Start a conversation with either me or Waffles in the Discord, and we'll get you that panel access, and then you'll be able to hop up here and shoot the shit with us as well. Um,
It's not.
you got any announcements? How's the Macari shop doing over there?
Charlie's Choice Collection was on a brief vacation for the last week. We've been relaxing and just watching the ticker go by. But we're back at it this week. Starting Monday, we're going to be doing a 15% off for summer sale. That's going to rock any offers given. I'm going to just give a little extra. Back to you.
Yeah, buddy. So make sure y'all go check that out. Y'all can find that link in the profile page as well. Right after you smash the like, you smash the the subscribe, not the describe. We're describing our links right now because we're almost
They're
at
down in the description, by the way.
we almost at 500. Someone's gonna be walking away with this autographed photo. Somebody's gonna be walking away with this Mike Gesicki photo here soon. But there's been a lot going on in the NFL. I shared some stuff with you last night. Did you see that? Did you see that picture of the New England Patriots?
Yeah, their schedule release and who they're supposed to be winning and losing against all season.
Yeah, I think that was complete.
Trash.
I think that was complete trash, and I think we can start there actually. To be
It
honest,
is bogus.
bogus. I'm not gonna have to pull that up. Another one though, because I don't agree with that for sure.
Mm-mm.
I don't agree with that. So let me do this and let me pull it up.
I did too, and then he tries to run up on me with child's house. And they're really nice too. You can be nice about it. You don't have to be aggressive. Whatever's the case.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I saw this while scrolling through Facebook, and I had to screenshot it. I had to send it to my buddy because I gotta talk about it. I don't know who the hell filled this out, but let's fix it, right? Because it's wrong. It's clearly wrong. Can you see? What do you see wrong? First of all, Waffles. Another 14-3 season. You're muted, by the way.
Yeah, 14-3 off rip. That's the first problem. Second problem is I see too many W's next to teams that are gonna whoop their ass this season. So, like I don't see this falling through the way that was that it. I, no, you don't agree to this list. You deny this list.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, week 1 to start against Seattle, we can't guarantee that that's going to be a win. I'm actually going to say that that would be a loss. I could easily see the Steelers winning games early on in the season, with the Aaron Rodgers effect. Like, you guys forget, Aaron Rodgers is the best, like, right now, the best passing quarterback that's still in the league, right next to Matthew Stafford. And we can get into quarterback debates a little later on, for sure. I definitely plan on it. But they actually have some weapons over there in Pittsburgh for Aaron Rodgers to throw that ball to now. You know, you got DK Metcalf and Michael Pittman Jr. on opposite sides. Like, it's a lot better than he had last year. The Jacksonville Jaguars, okay, I can
They
give
can go
you,
long and go big.
yeah, I can give you that one, right? I can give you Jacksonville because we don't really know. Like, they're good sometimes, but they're also not good. Buffalo, win or loss, either way, doesn't hurt us fans. Win at the Raiders, I can see that. Win at the Jets. Win at Chicago. Chicago's a much better. Chicago's a much. Chicago's a much better team than they have been in years past. Win at the Dolphins, I can see that, especially in Week 8, depending on how like the Dolphins' schedule turns out. There's a lot of question marks there. Green Bay, a loss at Green Bay, yeah, for sure. Detroit, you're not winning in Detroit either. So there's all kinds of things wrong. There's all kinds of things wrong with this, and that person is definitely a homer. And thinking that the New England Patriots are going to go and walk away with this division again is complete cap, as the kids would call it.
Oh, you want to get a trophy? Where you go?
Cap. All cap.
All cap. All cap. So another little thing that I saw this past week, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson went to Boynton Beach High School down
visiting
here.
his school.
Yep. Lamar Jackson went to Boynton Beach High School, and he was down here this past couple week, 2 weeks, and they retired his jersey at Boynton Beach High School. So he was down there. He gave a nice little speech. They retired his jersey, and he actually goes down to Boynton Beach High School and works out quite often. He goes down there and visits the kids. I remember I did an event when I was working with Carrabba's. We did an event at the Boynton Beach High School, and he was there. This is when like he had first got drafted into the league, so he wasn't quite as big as he is now. Didn't have any MVPs or anything yet, but I think this is cool that he still goes and shows love to support his local high school that his roots.
He's got to show love to his roots.
So this was a pretty cool story. I feel like I had to share with you guys.
They actually renamed the entranceway to the high school Lamar Jackson Way.
Yeah, I heard about that. They did. It's 7
cool.
miles per hour too.
So you know somebody's gonna steal that stop sign.
Yes, at some point they're gonna be replacing that sign quite a bit, right?
The hurricane got it. Yeah, sure.
Sure it did.
Why did it look like it was cut with a buzzsaw?
I don't know. Because a hurricane threw a saw like through the air, and it just
there you go. That's what happened.
No, a tornado came
It just
through.
sliced it right off, man. I saw it, so of course I naturally took it with me.
Yeah, we couldn't leave it there. Then we'd be littering. You know what I mean? So that's cool. Heisman Trophy winner, 2-time NFL MVP, returned to his roots and told student athletes not to let anything stand in the way of their dreams. The road leading to the school was also renamed Lamar Jackson Way. So that's awesome. So now let's go through some Twitter files. Let's see what's popping through the eyes in the NFL
Twitter
through the eyes of the blah. Told y'all it's chaos this morning, ladies and gentlemen. We can't even speak properly.
It's okay. We'll get there.
We'll get there. We're still learning, ladies and gentlemen. We're like little kids here. Still learning how to talk. So first thing that shows up, we got a video here. This is Jack Campbell. He just recently signed his deal with the Detroit Lions. No, he's not the son of Coach Dan Campbell. But a little video here of it, his girlfriend tackling him off a wakeboard here. I don't know. Interesting? No. Thumbs up. Thumbs down. Your muke is mited again.
Pretty good form on the tackle. I mean, she gets both grips, she knocks him off balance, takes him to the ground, or well, to the water.
Yeah.
But
I know, for real, right?
Somebody been showing her something. But no, I like that one. That's pretty funny, actually.
Is this a Diana Rossini story? Oh, this is a Diana Rossini story.
Boom, just like that tackle.
We're going to skip to Diana Rossini. What is this? Coach Bill Belichick is under heavy criticism on social media for sticking his girlfriend Jordan Hudson in the middle seat on their flight.
In the middle seat? She wanted the window. He was like, nah.
Nah, I get the window. I get the window.
I want the window.
Your name's not Bill Belichick, okay? I'm Bill Belichick. I get the window. You get the middle.
I paid for the flight. I get the window. I want to see us take off, and I want to see us land. I want to watch clouds and not think about my horrible life.
You think this is a sign of him being over the whole like age gap thing? Like he went out, he left the NFL.
Oh, definitely.
He left the NFL. He went out and got himself like a super young girlfriend, and now this is like, to me this seems like, all right, I'm over it now. Like, I'm done with my new toy.
And he's like, no. I wouldn't say done with a new toy, but it's one of those situations where he's like, you know what? I'm gonna live my best life. Why wouldn't I? Why shouldn't I? She is.
Yeah, no, that's crazy though. 49-year age gap. She's 25. He's 74.
Which is insane.
Oh, look, we got something from.
I mean, that one is.
We got some from the AFC East.
A little crazy. Oh boy.
Oh, this was talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers last year, not bringing in any weapons for Aaron Rodgers. We already just addressed that too. They did go this offseason and they picked him up a nice little weapon in Michael Pittman Jr. So I do believe the Steelers are going to do much better this year than they did last year.
So what you're saying is they're listening. They're listening.
They're listening for sure. Well, I mean, they got their new coach over there too, Mike McCarthy. Why is it all cat in the hat stuff now?
Love to Mike McCarthy. He's definitely an AFCEASTIEBOYS follower. I can 103% not guarantee that.
183.9% not guarantee that he's a follower. Oh, I know why. Because this is the Waffles Easty account. It doesn't have like anything followed.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't have anything followed, so it's not showing.
Yeah, we didn't want to jump down anyone's team streams, so I didn't like anything with it. Shots fired. Yeah, I'd say so.
Oh yeah, those were definitely, that video there was definitely some shots fired. We can actually play it because it's our video, so it won't be copyright or anything.
Oh, he just stayed himself. And Mike is genius when it comes to game planning and getting his playmakers the ball. Even though it was a lot.
Look at a smile on his face while he's saying this.
When he felt some type of way and I felt some type of way. Mike, no, I got nothing but love for him. And he's gonna be a great coach.
Season.
In this league for a long time, so I try not to let my personal success and personal things veer off how I view someone. So leaving all that aside, I got nothing but love for Mike.
He
Mike is Mike is a character.
Yes,
So
he
I'm
is.
excited to see him go to the Chargers. They got great talent over there.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was definitely some shots fired based on Mike McDaniel's press conferences. If you understand what I'm saying.
If you hear what I say.
But that's a good segue. Like I wanted to talk about the Chargers a little bit and Mike McDaniel and the ability for them to actually be a really good team this year, right? Because Mike McDaniel, I got to give it to him. Like he's a really great run game coordinator. He's pretty good as far as offensive play calling goes. He just was not a great leader in this locker room. He was not a great leader. He came in wanting to be everybody's buddy, wanting to be friends with everybody. You know, first year came in, did that, looked like a complete nerd, right? Looked like a complete nerd in year one.
A tool.
And trying to be everybody's friend. And honestly, he should have just stuck to that, right? He should have just stuck to the year one. But year two comes in looking like Miami's top cocaine dealer. Complete transformation from like year one to year two. Went and got some haircut, walking around in the white Air Forces and knee-high capris. And
the offseason was a little more fun because he had some money to throw around and he was living down here in Miami. So it's like there ain't nothing but fun things to do down here in Miami, especially when you got all boatload of money. Right. And you're the head coach of the favorite team, Miami Dolphins.
Right, but anyway, so he became friends with all the players and shit, and like no one had drive. No one had any kind of accountability. They talked about accountability. It was not there. He ended up getting slapped by a player at one point. So
thank you. You can sit it right here.
Yeah. Can I just take a quick picture?
Of course.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
But now he's over in the Chargers with Jim Harbaugh. He actually has a quarterback that's capable of running the ball. And he doesn't have the responsibility of being in charge. So now he can go back to just being a great play caller and doing his job. And now that he has a quarterback that's competent, a quarterback that can run the ball, he's got weapons over there galore for him to play with. I do think the Chargers can actually take that next step and probably not just probably, but be a factor in the playoffs. Like make it to the playoffs and be a factor in the playoffs. Like I already got a rumor going around right now that I wouldn't be surprised, just because it makes too much sense for the NFL right now for it to be a Chargers-Rams Super Bowl at SoFi Stadium.
This is a test right here to see if my baby is watching. Your Duncan has arrived. Out here on the front patio with me.
Your Duncan has arrived. But what do you think about that?
Come and get it. Think about what exactly? I'm sorry.
The Chargers Rams.
I was distracted.
The Chargers Rams situation. Where I was
Chargers Rams situation.
I
don't think that. No.
You don't think?
I don't think that's gonna be the season ender. Oh, she was watching. Here you go, baby.
So you don't think it can?
While I was doing my
You don't think it could be a Chargers Rams?
I don't think it'd
Super
be.
Bowl?
No, I don't think Herbert's got the arms or legs to get there. Stafford, maybe. Yeah, I can see that. I can see the Rams going again.
Yeah.
But not the Chargers.
Okay. You still think they're a little bit behind. You don't think Herbert's the guy that can take them over the edge no matter who they have calling.
Sorry, boys and girls. I just don't have the faith in the Herbie. What's up, Caden? I see you in the background. How you doing there, boss?
Waffle said hi.
Hi.
Brantley says hi too.
Brantley said hi. I don't know how accurate this is or not, but you can see in the background this guy's got a Jerry Rice jersey on, or a Ray Rice jersey. I don't know. Kansas City Chiefs. Maybe it's a Rasheed Rice jersey. But apparently it's his gameplay leak from GTA 7, Kansas City. I don't know how true this is or not, because they haven't even released GTA 6 yet. I'm excited for GTA 6, bro. Like, that's one of the reasons I wanted to get the PS5. You know, it's down here in South Florida.
Supposedly.
Could literally find your own house on this game and possibly take it over.
I ain't gonna lie, that'd be kind of wild.
That would be wild, right? London Call.
Bro, it looks just like my neighborhood.
So you can see here we got a little highlight from Atlanta Falcons and Tua throwing the ball to Drake London. Them Atlanta Falcons been showing a lot of highlights of Tua slinging that rock.
He's our new star quarterback that the other team is paying to be our quarterback.
Ouch, man. This hurts so bad paying this man $100 million to go play for another team, but he wouldn't have been doing.
That is like the wildest fucking statement ever. I will give you the $100 million, but you cannot play for me.
Yeah. Just leave. Just go.
You cannot. Just go somewhere else.
But I mean, in all reality,
you can have the money.
In all reality, Dolphin fans knew that it had to happen, no matter what.
Yeah, he had to get cut, traded, sent somewhere, get gone, man. Ain't no good down here. Maybe he'll go to Atlanta and like get in touch with his roots, and do good for Georgia.
Well, I mean, I've talked about this. I've actually talked about this in my Dolphin.
Because you know Georgia Bulldog fans do not like Tua either. Came from Bama. Why the hell would they like him?
Oh, good point. Good point. Yeah, you're right. But no, I've actually talked about this in
like,
a couple.
No, man, you can take your ass somewhere else too. I'm surprised he ended up in Atlanta.
But yeah, like a couple of platforms I've talked about this to where like Tua has the chance right now to easily win a playoff game because he's in that division. That division last year was won with a record of 8-9, and that was a 3-way tie. There were 3 teams that were tied at 8-9. And the Carolina Panthers were the ones that ended up like getting into the playoffs based off winning the division. So, and I can see that division easily turning out like that again. So where there's a tie at the top, it's probably 8 or 9 wins, and the person at the top goes to the playoffs. And then depending on who you get in the playoffs, like it could be another win there. You know what I mean? Because you never know. Like, although they'll probably end up getting somebody like the Rams or the 49ers because they'll probably be the top ranked teams in the NFC side. But who knows? Look here, we got our safety trio can be something this offseason. Baltimore Ravens are trying to hype up their safeties.
Ooh, our defense is going to be better.
That's
right here.
Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs, and we could talk about the Buffalo Bills because this ties directly to Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, and I want to know your thoughts on this. I believe that this is going to be another year Josh Allen has the chance to make it to the Super Bowl because he's not going to have Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson in his way. I think it's going to be another year.
That sounds awfully familiar.
I think it's going to be another year where both those teams don't make it. What do you think?
What's going on?
I don't know about that.
Let me hear it, man. Which team?
I don't know about that.
Both teams or one, like Kansas City or Baltimore?
Honestly, I kind of do think both teams. I mean, Baltimore's still got Derrick Henry, so they still got a strong run game. Even without Lamar, like it does take away a little bit of your ferocity of the team. You know what I mean? A little bit of the heart and soul. But I think they can get past that and at least set him up in a position so if he does come back, that they'll be in playoff contention.
All right,
As for Kansas City,
go ahead, keep going.
go ahead.
No, you keep going.
I was gonna say, as for Kansas City, without my homie, they're gonna struggle. I see a struggle early on, but I feel like that team itself is just too good to have those issues. And they're gonna get over that hump as well, and the back half of their season is gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, I'm confident in the back half of their season. For Kansas City, I just feel like it might be a little bit too late for them, and that's why
A rocky start that is uncomebackable.
Yeah,
That's a word.
that's a new word. That's the word of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Uncomebackable.
Uncomebackable.
But yeah, no, I think that they're gonna have a rough start, and they're not gonna be able to recover from it. It's gonna be uncomebackable, and they're gonna miss the playoffs probably by like one game. You know what I mean? The Denver Broncos are gonna get it, or the Chargers.
Gonna cut them out.
Or the Chargers. So I think they're gonna miss. And then with the Baltimore Ravens, it's just they have that new coach, Jesse Minter. He's a defensive coach. But they also, if you go and you look at their offensive coordinator that they brought in, this guy is so green under the thumb, bro. Never coached in the NFL whatsoever. He's literally only been coaching for like 4 years in college, and he's their offensive coordinator. I just feel like Jesse Minter. Say again?
Sometimes you're taking some chances. You're taking some risks.
Yeah, I mean, it could work out for sure, but I just feel like Jesse Minter's going to have a lot on his hands when having to pay attention to that offense and how the offensive coordinator's doing, that he's not really going to be able to run the defense like he plans to. He plans to call defense. But, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be Anthony Weaver over there calling the defense. And being a Dolphin fan and watching him run our defense for the last 2 years, I feel sorry for the Baltimore Ravens. And the Baltimore Ravens are going to miss the playoffs again because their new head coach is going to have a whole lot to dealing with this new offensive coordinator who's a rookie in this league. Pretty much, you could probably still consider him a rookie to the coaching position, period. I mean, this is his 4th year.
In general, yeah.
You know, and you're already an offensive coordinator with the minds of guys like Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. I mean, you have the best tools and the best weapons out there, but it's like he's got a lot of pressure. I'm actually curious if he has a good year. I'd love to be able to stick my foot in my mouth and like him have a good year. And like Lamar Jackson has another MVP season, because I'm a fan of Lamar Jackson. He's a South Florida boy. I'm a fan of Derrick Henry. This man's a freaking truck, bro. You know, so
he's a monster. He's a dump truck.
Dump truck. What's up, Joe? I fly back home tomorrow after a month in Asia. Where are you at right now? It's probably nighttime for him right now. He's probably eating dinner while you're eating breakfast.
Right?
How do you feel about that Matthew Stafford
He's
contract?
having a mistake while I have a egg sandwich.
He got paid 55 Taiwan. He got paid 55 million for this upcoming year. And then he'll get another 50 million if he goes one more year after that. So basically 100 million for the next 2 years. He's getting paid what Tua is getting paid.
Good on you, boy.
But he's actually performing for it. Like, he was MVP last year. Like, throwing up tutties. Like, almost went to the Super Bowl. NFC Conference Championship game. He's definitely worth the money. And I do think that he's going to have another good year this year. I do have the Rams as my favorites for the NFC side. But I'm not going to lie, ladies and gentlemen. And I have him as my favorite for MVP again. But I got to talk about the MVP right now. Because if we want to break it down, I could easily make an argument for Brock Purdy this year. Oh, I could easily make an argument for Brock Purdy this year. And I know that you're going to want to jump in on this, Waffles, but hear me out first, right? So if we go and we look at what Brock Purdy did in the 10 starts that he had last year, he had MVP caliber numbers. He just didn't have a full season. So if this man, Brock Purdy, can come out here and have a full season of putting up that type of production, especially now that they went and added a guy like Mike Evans, who's one of the most consistent and reliable wide receivers in the league. Yes, I know he's old, but come on, this man has had 8 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. I think the San Francisco 49ers can easily become a team that everybody's got to watch out for in the NFC side, and Brock Purdy could easily go up there and be in the conversations for MVP. What do you think?
Especially if some of their stars come back, like
Yo,
Brandon Ayuk's
What
been
up?
out. Juan Jennings has been out. If they get some of their star power back, as well as having Brock Purdy stay healthy all season and sling that rock, then yes, the 49ers are going to be a team to worry about and respect of making it to the playoffs.
Waffles, but what scares me is their defense has, like, their defense is what worries me a little bit, because their 2 main pass rushers haven't stayed healthy at all the last 3 years. With
They've definitely
Bosa
been getting
and
hurt.
yeah, and to me, the team to beat in that conference is still the Seahawks.
I don't think so. I think the Seahawks are going to fall off this year because they've given up quite a bit on their defense, and they gave up Kenneth Walker. They kept Charbonnet, but like if you ask me,
They drafted they drafted a running back this year.
yeah, they drafted
And
Jadarian
I've
Price.
said this. Yeah, and what I've said multiple times during the draft, the running back position is the easiest position to draft because they produce right away. Do you agree, Waffles, or am I off by saying that?
No, I mean, most running back positions, they either get put in immediately and produce, or they get put on the back burner and they're the second in command behind the veteran. So, I mean, most of the time they still hit the field within the
with
first
Seattle,
year.
they don't really have a good run. Like, Charbonnet can't stay healthy.
And Joe pointed out too, Clint Kubiak is no longer there as well. He's now with the Raiders, so their offense is not gonna be the same. Like, yes, they're still gonna have JSN and Sam Darnold, but like they have a rookie running back in Jadarian Price, who wasn't actually the number 1 running back in his college. It was Jeremiah Love. So he's actually already a secondary running back. So the plan is for them to be Charbonnet all the way. And in my opinion, he just wasn't as good as Kenneth Walker was. Charbonnet was the good backup guy, not the good clutch guy. And like I said, their defense, they lost Deion Branch. They lost a lot of guys on their defense. They lost their
They know how to
offensive
draft defense. You have to agree with me, Kat. That's the one thing I can say with Seattle, they know how to draft defense and have their guys produce right away and stuff like that. And that scheme is that McDonald's scheme is pretty easy to
And
understand from what I heard from people who've actually played in that scheme. It's very like player friendly where they don't struggle their first year and stuff like that.
Joe also pointed out with the Brock Purdy MVP thing, if he's gonna be MVP, they have to stop spamming CMC. What are your thoughts on that, Waffles and Anthony?
Yeah, you got to admit that. They can't necessarily just give it to him every time. Don't get me wrong. He's going to be a big portion of the offense, of course. But if Brock Purdy wants to get an MVP, he's definitely going to have to throw it.
Yeah, for sure.
But let's not forget, CMC is not just you can play him in the slot too.
Yeah.
He's not just a running back. He's a freaking weapon in that offense. People forget he's a great receiver.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
No, for sure. And I was gonna point that out. I was gonna say like he could still spam CMC and mask the fact that it's CMC doing all the work by throwing some screens to him to where that it's getting receiving yards, and he's gonna get a couple touchdowns out of it. So I mean, he's going to use CMC to help bolster his stats up a little bit. But I do want to see if he's going to be in the MVP conversations. I do want to see him slinging the rock down the field using different receivers, Mike Evans, George Kittle, like the different guys that they have over there to get the job done, and not just CMC pounding the rock. Because if that's going to be the case, CMC deserves the MVP and not the quarterback. So. Yeah, that's my thoughts on that one.
No, and for me, I don't trust Kittle to stay healthy. That's the problem. Did they draft a tight end this year? Like in the draft, did they draft someone to replace Kittle? Because Kittle, over the last 3 seasons, can't stay healthy either.
Yeah, and that's
Waffles
and that's a problem that San Francisco seems to be having. They think that it has something to do with that electrical substation that's across the street from the facility. They actually hired a college to do some studying for them, so that's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting to find out what comes of those studies over the next year and a half or so. I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on that situation because there's a theory going out that all the injuries they're having is linked to this substation that they have close to the stadium. So
for me, I feel that's just an excuse. Maybe they're that's chirping, and maybe it's their medical staff that's not training their players correctly.
There you go. I think you hit it on the head right there,
that's all
Anthony. Ding, 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 ding. I think we got a winner on that one. Waste all our time doing studies on some electrical substation.
No. This is in general. Not just the 49ers. This is the NFL. I've actually heard excuses from other franchises that their players are getting injured because of certain external factors instead of focusing on their training staff and stuff like that. That is not training these kids correctly on like what is it called on like this is why you're seeing a ton of hamstring injuries, Waffles, in general in the NFL, because these players are not being trained correctly. What's the term? They're not being healed correctly and stuff like that.
I know.
And then,
I know what you're saying. I can't think of the word though. I know what you're saying though. The rehab. Yeah, there you go.
Rehabilitating correctly and stuff like that. And
they're always on a quick, fast-paced timeline. They want him back on the field.
Yeah, it's more about the money. It's the ching. These franchises put so much investment in these players, and it's more of a commodity to them than it's a commodity than a person and stuff like that.
Got to keep your racehorse on the field.
And this is why I honestly respected what not Deion Sanders, the former Barry Sanders did. He walked away from the game because he knew the franchise didn't care about him and stuff like
Yep.
that. He wanted to be traded to either the 49ers. It was either the 49ers or the Dolphins, and they refused to trade him to he walked away on his own power, saying, this team doesn't care about me. I wanted to be traded to a playoff team, and they refused to do it and stuff like that.
Ended that man's great career, bro.
Yep.
He took his self-worth and went home.
And
Who do you guys think is the underrated rookie this year? Like underrated, like offensive player that you guys think can shock everybody?
that's a good question.
Ooh.
That's a good one. I'm gonna go with Mekhi Lemon over there and with the Philadelphia Eagles. I think that he's going to easily come in and replace AJ Brown and be a nice little duo. I think that he's going to be able to put up the usage. He's going to be utilized. He's going to come in. He's going to be a day one starter, and he's on a team where it's like they're going to use him and implement him in. He's going to have pretty decent numbers in his first year.
Hey, I have to jump off real quick.
No worries, man. We'll see you when you get back.
Nick's in the
But
building
that
too.
does
What's
raise a
up,
good
Nick?
question.
Go ahead.
Rookie of the year. Who's going to get it?
Well, I mean,
What's up, boys? How we doing?
we're doing great.
How we doing, Nick?
It's a wonderful,
Good. Good morning.
wonderful Saturday morning. You want to chime in on any of the
Good.
things you heard us talking about so far?
Coffee and football.
I'm just everything I've been reading says Carnell Tate has been he's been looking amazing. I think he should definitely be the favorite to win Offensive Rookie of the Year right now because he's gonna get a shit ton of targets. But dude, I'm reading some stuff about Kyle Lewis, man. Y'all Dolphin fans better get hyped, bro, for this dude. He's lighting it up, dude. Early, he's lighting it up. And AFC Waffles, you're a Jets fan, correct?
Yep.
Well, soon, brother, soon. Very soon.
No, they
I've
had
been saying
than you
that for
think.
years.
they had a great draft. They really had a great draft,
The
and
Jets had a great draft, and they're going to have another great draft next year.
oh, 100%.
We got our fingers crossed.
They have the ability to go through and definitely make a turnaround. And they could do better as early as this year. I have faith in Geno Smith. I do think that Geno Smith is going to be a much better quarterback than what we saw last year with a tanking Raiders team. He has much better weapons to be able to throw the ball to. I think the question with the Jets would be the offensive line right now, and Waffles would be the one.
Whether
really,
or not we're going to give the Geno the time to throw the ball.
Exactly. Waffles would really be the one to better answer that question. But, I mean, as far as the weapons that they have on that team, you got Breece Hall, you got Garrett Wilson, you got Omar Cooper Jr. and Kenyon Sadiq now. So it's like they have the offensive power to go out there and do something. And Geno Smith isn't a horrible quarterback. We all have to take in consideration the Raiders were literally tanking in front of our eyes, ladies and gentlemen. They were literally tanking in front of our eyes, because if we go back and look at the Geno Smith in Seattle, he wasn't that bad. So I do think Geno Smith can come back and have a good year. Go ahead and run away with it for a few minutes, Waffles. I need to refresh my coffee, and I'm going to smoke me a cig. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I was going to say, Waffles, I think the Jets are in a very interesting position because, like last year, now you tell me if I'm wrong. I live in the tri-state, so I have, I got family members who are Jets fans, and it's like, obviously last year, the offense was stagnant, but it was like the defense couldn't force any turnovers, right? So then you go
We
out,
didn't get a single one.
yeah, you go out, you get a Nashawn Wright, who was a turnover machine. You go and get a Minka Fitzpatrick. You bring in Demario Davis, a veteran leader, who's probably still got a good year or two left in his career. Like, in my opinion, so you have Dallas's first rounder next year, Indies, and yourself, correct?
Yep, got 3.
Yeah. So, I mean, depending on how Geno does, I mean, regardless, I think the Jets are in a prime position to take a quarterback next year. I think with the Colts, I haven't heard anything about Daniel Jones, like if he's going to be ready. But if he isn't ready at the beginning of the season, it's like the Colts are looking at a situation where they're not going to be good this year, I don't think. I think they caught lightning in a bottle at the beginning of last year, and
Yeah.
then Daniel Jones
They
got
definitely
hurt.
put a lot of faith into Danny Dimes last year, and it
Yeah.
worked out until he got hurt.
Yeah, and then they traded all those picks for Sauce, which as a Jet fan, I know I got family members who are Jet fans, and they were shocked. They were like, "What, bro? 2 first
I was
rounders for
shocked.
Sauce? Shit, hell yeah,
Take him.
yeah, right.
Because to be
Take
fair,
him.
like his name was worth more than his ability. And then to see
Yeah.
him get injured within like 3 weeks of getting into Indy, it was like, damn. Sorry,
Y'all did the
boss.
right thing.
Sorry, boss. Better y'all than us.
Yeah, bro, shit, I feel you, dude. I feel you. But you know what's interesting? It's like if you go, like Kat just said before he left, you guys have a shit ton of offensive weapons now.
Yes.
You went from having nothing offensively to Garrett Wilson coming back, Brees Hall extended, Omar Cooper, Kenyon Sadiq, Adonai Mitchell still there, correct? You guys still got Adonai Mitchell?
Yes. He'll be
Dude,
on
you
our
guys got
starting
good
offensive
receivers,
line.
bro. You got good receivers. You go and get an Arch Manning, bro. The sky's the limit.
Not to mention, they can throw Mason Taylor and Kenyon Sadiq up and have a two.
Oh, yeah, true.
tight
Two
ends.
tight 12 personnel. Yeah, a little 12 personnel action.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Honestly, I have an underrated running player that can produce right away that nobody's talking about. The running back that the Chargers drafted in the third round. I think they drafted a running back in the fourth or third round. I can't remember, and stuff like that. And I think he's gonna be produce right away because their running back can't stay healthy and stuff like that.
Talk about Hampton. He's still getting injured every 3 weeks.
Yeah, Omari. Like I feel bad for that kid. He was good coming out of.
Dude, he looked phenomenal.
North Carolina. Huh?
He looked phenomenal coming out of North Carolina.
Is it just unlucky things that happen to these players? Like they stay healthy throughout college, but they can't seem to stay healthy in the NFL and stuff
Well,
like
you
that.
got to think they're kids coming out of college still. They're like pre-adults, and then they're getting on these fields with these full-grown ass men that are tearing them up. It's easy to say that first string quarterback straight out of college is stringy, small, as compared to some of these veterans who you've seen in their prime with fucking some muscle on them. They're big, they're bulky, they've taken hits, so they're used to it. Whereas these guys are like, we're not used to getting touched.
I'll push back a little bit. Cam Newton was freaking huge coming out of and Herbert.
Agreed.
Too.
Agreed. There have been a couple of bigger quarterbacks, but for the most part, the guys coming out recently have been a little
Very
on the
skinny.
smaller side. Yeah, very skinny.
Yeah. No, and let's not forget, some of these kids have been like the wear and tear is finally catching up to them in the pros too, because they've been playing football since they were like 11 or 12 years old and stuff like that. And we don't realize how much wear and tear that is on a 12-year-old body and stuff like that. And some of these kids are playing running like multiple positions in what is it called in Optimus football or Pee Wee and stuff like that.
Like with Travis Hunter playing offense and defense, even trying to come into the NFL and do the same thing, it was like it's too much for any one person. It's too much for any one person.
Yeah, and I told this to multiple people when he was drafted. I think he's going to be forced to play corner in the NFL.
He's going to get forced into
He's going to get humbled. He's going to get humbled so quick. They thought the same thing about Champ Bailey and Charles Woodson. Like, oh, he's going to play both ways in the league. And then they're going to take one hit, bro. And it's going to be like, we should just
maybe
stick to
I'll
defense.
just do this one. I'd rather be given the hit
and
than taking them.
what was it like? Were Deion and Brian Jordan two like? Being that they played two separate sports, but that was they did it at the same time, Do you
Yeah,
think that's ever
that's
going
why
to
to
happen?
me, Dion's one of the, if not the greatest athlete ever. He was the only guy I knew who on a Saturday played a fucking playoff baseball game, and then the next day played an
Late
NFL
stuff.
game.
No, Brian
Late
Jordan
stuff.
did
And
that.
returned
Brian
the punt
Jordan
for
did
a
that.
touchdown.
Wait, Nick. Brian Jordan
Yeah.
did that too.
Who?
Brian Jordan, the former safety for the Falcons.
Brian Jordan, really? I never even heard of this guy. Enlighten me.
Also,
He was the outfielder for the. He played with Chipper Jones and the Braves. He was
No shit.
learn
No
something new every
shit.
day.
Yeah, right. You learn something new every day.
yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, no, and I think let's be honest, specialization has hurt the sports world in general. Guys, if you guys agree with this, that like forcing these kids to play one sport has hurt their overall athleticism and stuff like that. You're forcing these kids to play football, basketball, baseball, or soccer instead of making them play more. Remember when we were kids that basically we were well rounded and stuff. We played multiple positions and stuff like that, or multiple sports. Now you have to be specialized and stuff like that. And it's about
a
the
lot
money.
of things is like once they find what you're good at, they want you to continue to do what you're good at and get better at that.
And since we're
which I can understand to a point.
But that's what pisses me off. The lack of athleticism too is causing these injuries too. Like a multi-sport athlete, I think prevents you from
It's
getting
less
injuries.
likely.
Less likely to constantly be getting these injuries because you're not focusing on one sport the whole time and stuff like that. That's why I'm saying the injuries for me, the specialization has caused most of these injuries too. Do you agree, Nick?
Well, I think I personally, obviously, like, you're playing two sports at once. You're putting your body to the ultimate test, right? And then like with baseball and football, it's two different sports in essence. Where it's like baseball is you do a lot of stationary moving. You're not moving until the balls hit defensively, right? You're kind of just sitting there in the outfield until the balls hit. Obviously all of us have played baseball. I played center field. You can go a whole inning and not even fucking move. You know what I mean? Like you could just be sitting there. Whereas football, you're constantly moving this, that. So like that could cause a little tipsy turny with the muscles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, it's all about being. I'm old school, bro. Like my father was a big time athlete, and if the war in Albania didn't happen, he probably would have been a professional soccer player. So like, if from an early age he put my brother on, like it's all about being in good shape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're in good shape and you take care of your body, all the other things will take care of itself.
Yeah,
typically,
I was like
personally,
that too.
I can only speak for myself, bro. I never had a muscle injury. Like
You
any
never had
injury I ever had in
hamstring?
sports was a bone injury. Like I never pulled a hamstring or shit like that because I stayed in tip-top shape, bro. I ran a mile in 4 minutes and 46 seconds.
Did you have
as a
any major
16-year-old.
like knee surgeries or anything like that?
No.
That's another big thing too. If you take care of yourself and you're doing your stretches and everything, you're less likely to get these injuries.
I mean,
yeah, you're not gonna get these little knick-knack injuries, bro. That's why I be trying to tell people, like, because I'm a Laker fan. I tell people about Luka Doncic. I'm like, bro, he's not in shape. He's fat and out of shape. That's why he always gets hurt. Straight up.
I mean, Derrick Henry's the perfect prime example of that, right? This man pays $250,000 a year for his body to keep his body in shape.
LeBron is a perfect example of that too. As much as I hate
on PEDs.
But didn't Patrick Mahomes?
There's no evidence
didn't
for that.
Patrick Mahomes play baseball through college?
Yep.
So
Yep.
I mean, it does still happen. But yeah, no.
Marino played baseball.
Yeah, Marino played baseball, but this is a completely different time. We're talking about nowadays, and it's like we saw this last year with Travis Hunter, right? He was the most recent one that wanted to come out and play both sides, and he did play both sides last year, but it didn't last very long. Everything that we were just talking about playing both sides happened to Travis Hunter last year, and the Jacksonville Jaguars sold the keys to the city to get Travis Hunter, and now he's a one-way street player. They're putting him on defense, and that's where he's going to play. He's not going to have any more offensive snaps and things like that.
Yeah, no,
It's
and
weird
the
because
reason why
the owner said they're still going to play him both ways, Cat.
Well, they
In
might
limited
hold on.
packages,
Well,
though.
In limited, yeah, exactly,
let's-
Same.
when
In
was-
limited packages.
when was this? Because I know I saw this report probably a
like
month
a week
and a half
ago? I saw the report
Okay.
come out like a week ago.
So they changed their mind.
Oh,
then.
Shad Khan said this? Shad Khan said this or Tony?
I'm about to pull up the article right now. Hold on.
You could share.
Yeah,
you
no,
can share
no,
it to the
and-
screen.
and-
You can share it to the screen if you know how to do that.
No, and Cat, to me, and the reason why I said this wouldn't work because realistically, he's going to be playing like 50-50. You're going to be playing against physical corners on one side and then these big receivers on the other. How realistically...
Check the chat, Cat in the Hat, right here in the chat. I'm not
How realistic? Like, how is that
James
realistic?
the general manager said it. James Gladstone said he's still going to play both ways.
May 6th.
Yeah, but what makes me like worrisome? He's already been like he's been conditioned by Dion. Like Dion taught him, like Dion put that mentality in his head that he could play both sides of the ball. You can do that in college, but in the pros, realistically, you're going to be playing against the best receivers all the time and stuff like that, and then going against the best corners. So realistically, and most corners are bump and run, correct?
All right. So yeah. So here it says
In the NFL?
May 6th, 2026. The start of a great Travis Hunter experiment ended with a thud in the form of a season-ending knee injury. A two-way star at Colorado, Hunter spent 2/3 of his snaps, 324 out of 489 on offense as a receiver during his rookie season, leading many to believe that might be where his long-term future would exist. Jaguars general manager James Gladstone pushed back against that notion on Wednesday, revealing Hunter's total workload will increase on the defensive side in 2026. He is set to play both sides of the ball, says Gladstone, during an appearance on the Rich Eisen show. By the way, Rich Eisen does some great interviews, by the way, so if y'all don't check him out, he's the guy that, like, when he does interviews, I'm like, I want to be like that guy. He makes people feel so comfortable in the interviews and gets all kinds of shit out of his people. The piece that to me, hold on, Anthony. The piece that I think we can expect to see is actually an uptick in corner usage. Last year, it was a higher volume, higher percentage of wide receiver usage than it was corner. I think we can expect to see that corner percentile and count go up. That's not to say anything impacts his availability and usage on offense. It just means that cornerback usage will increase.
That's
so he's basically saying they're going to play him on defense more, but they might still play him on offense as well.
Yeah, yes, which is a smart thing. I think, like, to me, the corner position is starting to get paid more because you're going to have to be guarding these big receivers. Like,
is it smart though, Anthony?
And I think
is it smart though? Like, if you think about it, and you just put him, you're mostly using him on defense, and then you have a couple plays designed for him. Obviously, that means you're trying to get him the ball. So for me, if I was a defense and I see him come out on the field, isn't that a telltale sign that, like, Travis Hunter's probably getting the ball here?
Yeah, it's gonna be too gimmicky. Just keep him purely
that could be
defense.
used as a distraction too.
Could be.
Yeah, all the dumbass motions that the Dolphins did, waffles.
Yeah. Sometimes they work. You know what I mean? You get a man out there double teamed, and then somebody's open.
Yeah, but eventually the elite defensive coordinators are going to catch on.
Oh, they're going to catch on to that. Of course. I'm not saying it's going to, work all season long, but if you center him out there with, say, they still got what, trying to think of the other receiver's name.
Leo Shenault.
Yeah, on the other side, and they're both going, like, you know they're going to double team Travis to make sure that he doesn't get it, and then
Don't
that'll
they
leave
have Brian
opportunities for the
Johnson?
other side
Don't
of the
they have
team.
the?
Brian
Don't they have that receiver that they?
Brian
Brian
Thomas.
Brian Thomas
Jr.
Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah, or did they trade him?
They have not traded him
I didn't
yet.
say his name because I thought they did, so that's why I didn't say it.
I know that he was up for trade, but I haven't seen him get traded yet. So as far as I know, he is still on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay, well then, yeah, you said it. He's a speedster too, so they got to double team somebody, and that'll leave either Travis open or Thomas.
Do you guys feel the linebacker position this year is probably going to be the one that maybe is the favorite to win the what is it called, the Rookie of the Year award for defense because of the fact that they're going to be getting the more tackles? I understand edge rushers, but they're usually going to be specialized their rookie year. They might be in like pass rushing packages and stuff like that, but linebackers in general are going to be on the field all the time. Do you think that's the most likely position that's going to be favored to win the
defensive player of the year,
defensive rookie of the year award?
Honestly, Anthony, yeah, I do believe so because I'm watching Jacob Rodriguez film and watching things involving Jacob Rodriguez, and I can easily see him being a candidate this year for a defensive rookie of the year, especially if they're able to use him properly to where he can be out in space, and Jordan Brooks is the one really rushing in and going in for the tackles and stuff, because that'll allow Jacob Rodriguez to do what he does best, and that's force the ball out, force fumbles, get interceptions, things like that. I do definitely see like him being a candidate for defensive rookie of the year for sure.
Yeah, no. The two linebackers I can see winning probably going to be between is Jacob Rodriguez and who was drafted, or Anthony Hill.
What team did he go to?
My God, he was drafted in the first round, I think. Late in the first round. I can't remember who drafted him though. It was one of these Super Bowl teams.
Okay. That's definitely the difference maker.
He went to the Patriots in the second round.
Oh, well, he's going to be garbage then. That's the end of the story.
Jesus. Really? That?
The bias is there.
No, we just having fun. Make sure y'all smash that like and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. We 6 subscribers away from giving away this.
Who's your
Mike
team?
Gesicki
Waffles,
photo.
are you a Dolphins fan?
No. I'm a Jets fan.
I feel bad for you.
That much better.
I mean, at the end of the day,
your 10 times worse.
Both our teams suck at the end of the day, if we want to be honest about it right now. Neither one of us can really brag about much of anything.
Guys, how hilarious would it be if
at least I'm
Moore
not paying a quarterback to play for someone else.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna laugh. Dante Moore went back to college to avoid getting drafted by the Jets.
Hey,
and he gets in.
You know, it's actually funny.
Get drafted next year, motherfucker. You're coming to the team anyway.
It's actually funny because I made a short about that when he announced that he was going back to college. I actually made a short about that, saying that he went back to college.
He's like, nah, I'm good, bro.
I don't want
to do that.
I don't want to get drafted by the Jets. I'm going back to college.
I'm going back to school.
Oh man!
And the Jets and Dolphins are gonna be number 1 and 2 in this draft probably.
Could you imagine?
That's up for debate. That's honestly up for debate. I see Arizona honestly being number 1 this year. Yeah, I see Arizona taking the crown at number 1. But who's to say?
I don't think so.
Who's to say that the Dolphins or the Jets don't take
that?
But
what I'm saying, I don't see them drafting a quarterback. I can see the Cardinals are idiots. They're going to probably draft Jeremiah Smith at number 1.
I mean, You can make that argument, but they need a quarterback just as bad as the rest of us, the Dolphins and the Jets. Like all three of those teams need a quarterback. They have not made any progress with Jacoby Brissett right now as far as contract terms go or any kind of decisions. I saw that tweet this morning.
And don't forget the supplemental draft this upcoming month.
And you're talking about free agency?
Teams might draft Forsby. No, the supplemental draft. Supplemental draft is happening in June.
So what is that?
It's players that lost their eligibility and they get drafted. After the draft and stuff like that didn't get drafted and stuff like that or signed that wanted to go back to college and stuff like that. And Sorsby's giving you one of the quarterbacks, the kid from Texas Tech.
Okay.
Because of the gambling thing.
Oh, I saw the story on that. Yeah, I did. I saw the story on that one. Yeah, with the gambling.
And I've said that, like, Kat, you and Waffles, do you guys agree with me on this? What did the NFL and college football expect to happen when they allowed these sports books to be in the stadium? Like, that was a Pandora's box and stuff like that. That was going to be opened up, and these kids getting involved in game, like having this issue. It doesn't shock to me when you allow these sports books to be easily accessible in the stadium and stuff like that.
Well,
you can literally bet on it from your phone.
Yeah, and
in your seat.
Yeah, and in my opinion, I feel like that's kind of what helped the NIL deals get pushed forward. I think that's kind of what helped that come about.
Oh, the gambling?
No,
you think gambling?
I think the gambling helped force the NIL deals, right? Because now it's like, oh, we don't want these kids out here gambling to make money, and it's like you got to give them money. Like before the NIL deals, they weren't allowed to get endorsements or anything like that. So like didn't have no money. So like if they were legally allowed to gamble, like okay, I'm gonna get money that way. You know what I mean? So I think that's part of what helped the NIL deals come into place, so that like kids can be more responsible and get money in more legal ways instead of having to go and try and bet on themselves.
I'm not sure if you guys remember these two. I'm not sure if you guys remember these two running backs. Reggie Bush, when he was at USC, got in trouble with and Maurice Clarett for Ohio State. They got in trouble for what is it called? Signing autographs and trying to make money off their own likeness and stuff like that.
That's crazy.
And,
that's all right.
That's crazy. All right, so let me get into a ranking question for you guys. We're gonna start with the quarterbacks. Give me your top 5 quarterbacks for 2026 season.
Number 1 for me is Herbert. Number 2 is Stafford. Number 3 is Lamar. Number 5 is Allen. And 4 is Allen, and 5 is Mahomes.
Even if he doesn't get to start the season?
To me, he's still even though he's in. Wait, I thought his what is it called? His rehab is further along than people expected, and he might be able to play.
Yeah, but so was
the first week of the season.
So was Tyreek Hill, and it turned out that he ended up needing a second surgery, and that's why he's not on the Dolphins anymore. So who knows what's going to happen between now and 1? he is on track to start week 1, but I've talked to my KC insider, and he said even if he does start week 1, the first couple weeks for the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be a lot of Kenneth Walker toting the rock. So keep that in mind. But I do want you to spend 1 minute, 60 seconds, and explain your Justin Herbert take at number 1 QB.
Agreed.
For me, it's more the stats, his stats over the last 3 seasons and stuff like that. I'm not talking about his playoff performances. It's more his statistics.
Okay, no,
his consistency.
I agree with you. Because I'm pretty high on Justin Herbert this year too, because of the whole Mike McDaniel and that offense. But Waffles, what's your top 5?
Top 5 QBs?
Yeah.
Oof. Stafford, Josh Allen. 1 minute, please. I mean, I guess I could put Herbert up there, but I really don't. I don't think so. So I'll probably put him at 5, and then
where do you have Lamar?
Probably 4, because he's up there, but he's not proven yet. Like, he's got to get that Super Bowl ring if he really wants to show himself. Same with Josh Allen. So I mean,
I'm gonna ask, do you have Sam Darnold in your top 5? Because he won a Super Bowl.
No, I don't. I do not. Let's see, who would be the 5th name? I guess Jalen Hurts.
I think he takes a step up this year.
Yeah, because they showed that just giving the ball to Barkley isn't enough yet, as of last year.
Yeah,
you know what it is? I don't. The Eagles, I don't trust them. I don't trust the Eagles for some odd reason. Waffles.
And it might be because they've changed their offensive coordinator every year since they've gotten Jalen Hurts, and I do think though.
No, it's that defense I don't trust. I don't care about the offense because of Sirianni. The defense is what I don't like. That defense.
Yeah, they don't have a shut them down defense. They have defense that will still let their opponent put up some numbers.
All right.
It's bend don't break.
Bend don't break. So my top 5 QBs will start at number 5. I'm throwing Justin Herbert in there. Like I said, with the Mike McDaniel move going over there, I do think that he's going to be able to utilize Justin Herbert, and he's gonna have a much better year statistically, for sure. So like you're talking touchdowns, yardage, things like that. He also has the ability to rush. And 4, I got to put Josh Allen. Unfortunately, he's got to go on the list. Even as much as I hate him, as like I did hate Tom Brady, you got to respect what the man brings to the table. Whether you like it or not, you got to respect what the man brings to the table. But at number 3, I'm going Caleb Williams. This kid has shown a lot of promise and a lot of growth since last year, getting hooked up with Ben Sims, their new head coach. I do like what they got going on there. They have a lot of weapons. He also is very good on his feet and can break a 60-yard run and no problem if he needs to. So statistically, I do like Caleb Williams there. My number 2, we were talking about this earlier. My number 2 this year is Brock Purdy. A full year of playing for Brock Purdy. I think, especially with the new
He hit me with his
weapons,
first
especially with the
score.
new weapon that they have over there in Mike Evans, I think he's going to be able to put up some pretty stellar numbers. Now again, it's key. It's key that he's got to play all year long. You know, he's got to play at least 16 of those 17 games, or 16 of those 18 weeks. But he's my number 2, and then of course my number 1 MVP, second year in a row, Matthew Stafford. He's on a mission. He's got 1, maybe 2 more years left in him, and he's going for it all. He's going for it all this year. They're not going to fall short this year. He's going to make it to the Super Bowl. He's going to be your MVP yet again, and he's going to have stellar numbers compared to last year. Stellar numbers. And my honorable mention would be Aaron Rodgers, because he's kind of in the same boat that Matthew Stafford's in right now. You know, he's got 1, maybe 2 more years left in him, even though he announced that this is going to be his last
numbers
year.
Up.
He's got the ability to do it. We all know that he's got the arm. He's got the brain capabilities to make the right decisions. We saw what he did last year with a bunch of nobodies. Like, he was literally the reason they made the playoffs. If you don't believe me, go back and watch the games. Like, had they had any other quarterback, they wouldn't have ended with the record they did, and they wouldn't have went to the playoffs. So, honorable mention goes to Aaron Rodgers. What's up, Mr. Paul?
I gotta hit you with a wrap up because I have to use the facilities inside and find out what's going on with these kids today.
What's up? Hit me.
It's been fun. We've had a great talk. More news than I knew about. I learned some stuff today. We talked about popular quarterbacks. We talked about our top 5s. We talked about randomness throughout the middle of there. But it was fun, and I had a good time. I hope everybody else did too. Don't forget to check out Charlie's Choice Collectibles on Mercari. We're still going to be doing that 15% off come Monday. Memorial Day sales all week long. And if you noticed, we're getting closer and closer to that 500 subscribers. And as soon as we do, we got that Mike Gesicki photo going to be shipped out to our top viewer, commenter, liker. So get out there, hit them comments up, watch the old videos, comment, like, subscribe, and share. Make sure you're joined in the Discord so that you can be alerted on whether or not you're going to win this prize.
Yeah, because honestly, the Discord is the place that you got to be in order to get the prize shipped out to you, because that's where we're gonna contact you through the Discord. We're gonna get your details so that we can send it out to you. So if you're not in the Discord, unfortunately, you probably can't win. So make sure you join that Discord. You can find that link in the profile page. If you just scroll down through the little links on the profile page, it's one of them. We got a couple of them there. We also have a PayPal there too. If you're feeling froggy and you want to donate to the channel, you know, that's one way you can support it. Another way you can support the channel is by, of course, buying stuff off Charlie's Choice Collectibles. That goes straight into the pocket of your boy Waffles over there. So make sure you support the channel in those ways. And you can also support the channel for free too, right? Like, share, comment,
Absolutely. Like and subscribe, share.
Doesn't cost you anything.
Tell your friends about us.
Doesn't cost you anything. But yeah, it was pretty good talk this morning about some random football. Like I said, I know I do a lot of Dolphins coverage and stuff, but like I watch everything when it comes to the NFL. Like I watch all teams, and I like talking about all teams. So it's like I don't want to come up here all the time and just ram Dolphins down your throat. It's like I want to explore what else is going on in the league, right? And I know he may be hopping off of here, but I'm gonna still kick it for another 30 minutes or 45 minutes or so, because I ain't got nothing going on until I got to take my daughter to her little sleepover this weekend, because her friend is leaving for the summer as well. That's why I was trying to see if I can get our kids, our boys, hooked up together before he heads out for the summer, but I guess it's too late for that.
We'll see. We might be going over to Nicole's, so I'll let you know and keep you posted.
Yeah, definitely keep me posted on that for sure. So if anybody else wants to hop up here. Y'all are more than welcome to hop up here. I'm gonna put a little video on in the background. It'll play for a few minutes. Give people time. If not, I'll just come back and I'll just ramble on. It don't matter to me. Waffles, you have a wonderful day. Hit me up if y'all do anything, and definitely hit me up if you
be safe, and we'll talk.
You know what I need.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. You have a great
I'll
day.
let you, boy.
Hello.
You too, man.
Y'all heard it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so I'm gonna put this video on for y'all. If anybody wants to hop up here, I got plenty of topics and conversations we can talk about. We can jump into talking some Dolphin football if you want to. So I'm gonna give this a few minutes. I'm gonna play this video. I'm gonna go use the facilities myself, and then we'll be back. Some, that's for sure. He gets a pass to the left from Tua, about a 4-yard pass, and then he gets about another 16 yards. Yak to add to it. First down, Miami Dolphins. Let's effing go. Yeah. I had to kick Cat in the Hat out. He was fucking boring. I was watching him in the background. He didn't know it, but he was fucking boring. I had to kick him out. Tua under center. Let's fucking go. Mostert with the ball. Ooh, he juggles. He goes to the right. He's rushing. He's got a hole. Oh, he fumbled the ball. Oh, and Buffalo gets the fucking ball back. This is why you gotta trade Raheem Mostert. I'm fucking telling you. Yeah, I'm fucking telling you to trade that motherfucker. What's up, man? I hope his knee was down. I don't know if his knee was down before that ball came out. Oh my gosh, that's a clear fucking fumble. No way. Oh my god. Mostert. No. No.
Anyways, draft's coming up. A lot of teams need QBs, and you need a job, you bum. Got any teams you hope don't take a QB?
Nope. You know, Matt, I have actually not put much thought into that. I have a lot going on right now, and it's just not, I'm not thinking about it. Not at all.
So maybe the Saints?
We're in the house, and the only reason I got this one, probably a field goal like the rest of the Patriots games have been, but the Jets are going to definitely get a win. And then we start the 1 o'clock slate. They won with Malik Willis, and they did it by running the ball. Tennessee were the Titans. And then we got the Bears and the Colts. The ball, so he's kind of went run eccentric over there in the Chargers. And they got the Dolphins going to Seahawks. I got a lot of question marks. Not allowed to score in the second half, and we're going to fix this season. Anyway, so the Panthers and the Raiders. This is, well, not a hard one to call. I don't know. I may have to switch next year, I'm telling you, man. I can't go through the pain and suffering like this. This is rough. This is a rough fucking year. Yes, it was indeed. Anyways, yeah, so Cat in the Hat here. Goel over there. We gonna break down wildcard weekend for you. We got a lot of games coming this weekend. It's gonna be super exciting. We got some upsets for you. I gotta show up and bring the fun, guys. You know this guy, Cat in the Hat, he boring. Boring. Can you just be serious for once, Goel? I mean, we have some great games to talk about. Just for once. Just let's be serious. Let's talk about some football. Can we do that?
Stout couple of games that they've been playing, but this is going to decide, right now who's going to be second place in the division. So I'm going Jets all the way. Jets, Jets for the win. We're taking it. With the Browns, the Giants have just been a loser fest, and they're going to continue. 0 wins, 3 losses. Moving on out of potential with Tua in questionable consideration. Even if they throw in a backup quarterback, they still got a lot of options for him to throw the ball to. They're not going to be as in sync as they were the last couple of weeks, and that's why I'm going with Seahawks over the Dolphins for you.
Now, there's a lot of homework that goes into this. We don't just look at stats and look at numbers. No, we take a lot of factors into consideration when picking these running backs for your fantasy. Tracy Jr. Now, I know a lot of you were saying, what, Cat? Are you seeing his first year
ruling the backfield in Miami. He's going to be the number. My next running back on this list at number 3 is B. But, you know, he's going to get the touchdowns. He's going to get the receptions. Trust me, if you get the chance to get him, you're number 1. None other than the king. That's right. Adam Sandler put this guy on a mission this year. This guy is going to literally put the Baltimore Ravens on the first guy. He gets past the first guy. It's probably going to turn into a touchdown. So he's 6 once we realize how he comes back off of this injury. He hasn't really had a full year. At your own risk. It could pay off, but...
Sunday at 3 p.m., we're going to have the high-flying Eagles putting their defense to the test against the Los Angeles Rams. Are pretty high scoring, led by Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, and they're on a mission right now. They're trying to win another Super Bowl so Matthew Stafford can punch his ticket to the Hall of Fame, because without another Super Bowl, he might not make it there. But them Eagles this year, ooh, with Saquon Barkley, I don't know why he's not in MVP conversations with over 2,000 rushing yards on the season. Don't forget that little backwards hurdle he did back in week 8. Oh, it was amazing. So let's go. It's going to be a good one. Good battle between these two teams on the NFC side. Who's going to go to the NFC Championship? Fly, Eagles, fly!
It's going to be in Orchard Park, and it is going to be chilly. Forecast says it's going to be 12 degrees with a wind chill of -2. Derrick Henry pushing close to 2,000 yards. Lamar Jackson. That makes the team have over...
What's up, guys? Today we're going to give you our Week 12 picks.
Yeah, you heard him. Week 12 is in the house at the Dolphins.
Patriots.
You know who I'm going for. I think we need to find a new home for this guy. He's in the wrong house.
No.
Let's go, Dolphins. And to answer your question, yes, Mr. Polk. Yes, Mr. Polk. We are firing up the grill tomorrow. That's right. Memorial Day weekend. I got a slab of ribs later today. I'm going to go and I'm going to get them all seasoned up, put them in some marinade, let them soak overnight so that they're nice and juicy and ready to go for the grill tomorrow. Probably cook up, got some chicken wings and stuff as well. Gonna cook up nice meal for y'all tomorrow on Cooking with the Real. We should have Kenna over here talking strictly Dolphins football, everything Dolphin content. A lot of things been going on. I figured out some more stuff since the last time I talked about it too. I was telling y'all, like, I know my last stream, I think I did it Monday or Tuesday night, was labeled, "It's easy to say that the Dolphins will suck, but it's hard to see why they won't." Gave y'all a whole bunch of reasons why the Dolphins aren't going to suck this year. And since then, I found some more. I found some more dirt. I've seen some more things. Found some more notes and info that just help the case that the Dolphins don't necessarily have to suck this year. And I don't want anyone out there to get it misconstrued. I'm not meaning, when I say that the Dolphins won't suck, I'm not saying that we're going to go and have a 12-5 record. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that the Dolphins are going to be much better than people are expecting. Whether we get wins or losses, the football is going to be much more exciting for us this year. It's going to be good football. Nothing like what we've seen the last couple of years where we're sitting here watching these games and tearing our hair out and wondering why they're doing what they're doing. You know, we're not going to have the bad play from the quarterback like we did with Tua last year. I mean, hopefully, but you never really know, right? Like, these are all speculations. I could be 100% wrong, and we can come out here next year and completely suck. I'm not gonna like sit here and sugarcoat it. Like, that could be our reality in 2026. Like, our reality could be the number 1 draft pick for 2027. 100%.
Mr. Polk. 100%, man. You got to get that thing marinating. You got to get that meat marinating so that that meat soaks up all them juices and like seeps in. Yes, yes. Those ribs are gonna be so tasty. I cook the best ribs. I cook the best ribs, Mr. Polk. You're more than welcome to stop by if you want to join in on the Memorial Day festivities because we won't be live on Monday. It'll be actual Memorial Day. We do have plans. We're gonna be going out and probably going to a pool somewhere and doing another barbecue. So I'll be barbecuing pretty much all weekend. Fun stuff. But I love cooking, man. I love cooking on the grill. I actually bought a grill over a PS5. It was a nice master built, like top loader, like side loader grill. Can hook up to your phone and everything. I actually chose to get that over a PlayStation 5. Best decision I've made in a long time, man. That grill, not the grill that y'all been seeing me cook on, but I'll pull my other grill out and we'll use that tomorrow for sure. But man, that thing cooks so good, so good, like you're using an oven, man. But yeah, so these Miami Dolphins, we could easily come out this year and we could suck, but that's the easy way out. I'm not. I don't want to take the easy way out. I mean, I could easily not do any of the research, not do any of the homework on our team, and just say, oh, we're gonna suck. We got 43 one-year deals, 13 rookies, cheapest fielded team in NFL history. Oh man, we're gonna be garbage. But it's not gonna be the case. And like I said, I found out some more stuff for that, so we'll be talking about that tomorrow on our show, so make sure y'all tune into that tomorrow. Cooking with the Real. Cooking with the Real. But if we go back and we talk a little bit about the AFC East, right? How do we feel about the Buffalo Bills this coming year and Josh Allen? Like, can he overcome the hump? Can he make it over the hump this year? I do like the DJ Moore pickup that they got. I do think he is a big body receiver. I think he's going to be a good receiver this year. And I think he's going to help Josh Allen look good in a lot of situations because he's a big body and he's got good hands. I think that Josh Allen is going to be able to sling the rock down the field, and DJ Moore is going to make him look good by catching a lot of those passes that other receivers wouldn't have catch, like Keon Coleman, who constantly drops those deep passes. DJ Moore is going to make Josh Allen look good. The only question that I have with the Buffalo Bills is the new the new coach, and how that's gonna work out. I mean, this is a coach that got elevated from being the offensive coordinator basically by the hands of Josh Allen. You know, they basically let Josh Allen pick the new head coach. So that's one of the things that concerns me, because it seems like a situation. It seems like, to me, I'm on the outside looking in. Now, it's easy for me to say that the Dolphins will, or the Bills will suck because of this, but if I was a Buffalo Bills content creator, I'm probably looking up some things in the background to prove me wrong. But from the outside looking in, it seems like the same situation that the New York Jets dealt with Aaron Rodgers coming in when he came in a couple years ago, and he came in and he started making the rules and calling the terms and doing it his way. I feel like that's what's going to happen with the Buffalo Bills this year, but I could be wrong. We'll see how it goes. What's up, Mr. Polk? How you doing today?
What's going on, Cat?
Oh, you know, we're just chilling, wasting a little bit of time, before the day starts, letting the kids wake up, eat their breakfast, do their chores, so they can go on with their day. How about you, man?
Hey man, I'm just chilling, man, just chilling. But yeah, I want to touch on something real quick. And, you know, in my family, when it came down to you know, a Memorial Day, 4th of July, or anytime we wanted to barbecue, my people when it come down to steaks, let me see, steaks, chicken, ribs. We my dad, my brother, they'll marinate the day before they do it, just like you're doing. And I'm telling you, I tell anybody, it's a difference between marinating overnight and then the day that you want to prepare your meat, you season it and then you put it on the grill. It's a difference. I'm telling you, it's a difference. That season overnight gets all the way down into that meat, almost into the bone.
Almost into
It's a
the
big difference.
bone. Oh, 100%, Mr. Polk.
Yeah.
100%. And you can taste it too. You can taste the difference, because like
Yeah.
you'll get like the crust, like for ribs, for example, you'll get like that outer crust that has all the flavor, and then like you get to the inside and the meat, it just tastes like the meat itself. Nah, you marinate that stuff overnight, you let it soak for at least 24 hours, man. It gets in there.
We down, man. I'm telling you.
Gets all the way down to that bone. Yeah, it makes it 100%. So make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. We're gonna be cooking it up. I'll give y'all my little recipe like I did last time we cooked up that pork butt. Told y'all my little seasoning recipe. We'll walk through it. We'll cook it. It's gonna be good. I think I have a couple other guys gonna come hang out while we're talking. So we'll all be talking some football and hanging out. Should be a good little time tomorrow.
Yep, there you go.
So
what were you just talking about?
I was just talking about the Buffalo Bills, kind of just filling space. Like,
okay.
This morning we kind of just been going through anything NFL related, because I do like talking about other teams. I don't like just being Dolphin centric, and we've been loading it down with some Dolphin content this past couple weeks, right? Pete's been live quite often. We've been on there talking for hours and hours about the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
Like we go through so many scenarios over there with Pete, man. Y'all shout out to Pete's Takes if y'all haven't checked him out yet. Y'all definitely got to go check him out, man. He's pretty genius, right? I don't think he believes half of the things that he's saying, but I mean it keeps the conversations rolling, man. It brings in some entertaining conversations sometimes, right? Shout outs to Pete Steaks if you down there listening. I'm not making fun of you, bro. I'm giving you props. I'm propping you up on this because it takes a special character to do the things that he does sometimes. Because it definitely
and just like you.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. No, I just like what what you're doing over here is different too. But the thing is, you go into details looking at film and what have you, because just like the situation with Malik, you and Kennedy did some good film on Malik to the point where you say, you know what, I'm not gonna be too hard on Malik because with the film that y'all did on him. Y'all did film, I think, from high school up to college and now up into. You can see progressions with Malik Willis, and I'm not saying that he's going to be that guy, but we just don't know. But the thing is, it's good film to see. So listen, come, when it come down to Cat in the Hat and the AFC Beastie Boys, hey, come on over here and join us there, and because Cat doing it up, and also when he brings Ken on board, now you got the next generation of podcasters and whatever. So hey, y'all come on over here, man. If y'all over there on Twitter, come on over here.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate that, Mr. Polk. No, I just love football, bro. Like I literally watch football probably 20 hours a day. Like I'm either talking football, watching football, reading up on football. Like sometimes I'm talking football while I'm watching football. Like while I'm working during the daytime, I drive a lot between accounts. It's like I got something playing on my phone, whether I'm watching like an old game to see like progress or like learn on somebody, like with the Malik Willis, like going back through it. Yeah, I was super down on Malik Willis, right? When we first brought him in, I was so mad. You heard me come up on Pete's Takes the day that he actually got signed, bro.
Yes,
I went off, bro. I went off. But then I went through, I looked at film, I checked out some notes, noticed that this guy really is trending upward, and like, so it gives you a little bit more positivity rather than just like being on the outside and being like, no, I don't like that guy. he's gonna suck. Well, I mean, what makes you say that? You know what I mean? Like, what research have you done to really back up that claim? You know what I mean? Like, oh, you just think he sucks because of his time at Tennessee? I mean, look at how Cam Ward did last year, and he was a #1 overall pick. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, you can't blame a quarterback for what they did in Tennessee, and we can't give Ryan Tannehill all the high praises that he gets for being such a good quarterback while he was in Tennessee, because he had Derrick Henry running the rock.
Yeah.
He had AJ Brown. Like, it was a completely different team at that time. It was a Mike Vrabel led team, you know. So like, it was completely different. So
Yeah.
that's
That's
that's why I had to go through the film, and that's why I had to go all the way back through high school and through college. But you know, there was also some things that in Malik Willis's game that we noticed all the way back through high school, through college, and into the pros that has kind of continued on with him, right? And some of those problems were him wanting to tuck it and run before going through his progressions. Now you can see that he's progressed in that. You go back through college, and there was a lot of moments where he just tucked it and ran. Or, I mean, not college, but high school. High school, it was like super bad. You know, he was running it before he even looked for a receiver. College, it got a little bit better. You know, he was still having issues to where he would tuck it and run when he had a guy open. But he had the legs and the ability to turn it into something, so it kind of masks that deficiency. Because, like, now if he wasn't getting first downs and he wasn't moving the chains, like, that's a deficiency that would really be glaring, and people would notice it. But since he's able to actually turn it into something, it kind of masks the deficiency that he's a runner first and a passer second. Now you go back into the pros in the NFL, you can see that he is getting better on it. And Jeff Hafley, that's like, he's actually pointed out to Malik Willis, like, that's a section that he needs to work on. Another thing that we noticed back all the way back through high school, right, was his inability to take the snap when under center. There's been 7 times throughout his career where he's fumbled the snap from under center, and that's gone all the way back through high school, through college, and in the pros. So I mean, those are 2 things that he's got to work on in his game to really take the next step and become a quarterback that can be a franchise quarterback, because he's still young enough to be somebody's franchise quarterback. Don't know if that's going to be for the Dolphins or somebody else.
Right. Exactly. You know, things like that you can fix. You know, and just like with pretty much most quarterbacks coming out of college, they have their faults, point where it can be coached up if they land in the right spot. Because Josh Allen came out of Wyoming, and they, you know, I had knew about him, but I didn't expect much out of him. But look what happened when he went to Buffalo. And I mean, and just like you, Cat, I don't really like Josh Allen, but I will admit that he is very talented. He's a very talented quarterback. And as far as Buffalo goes, that you were mentioning this a little while ago, even though Buffalo's going through some changes and what have you, that threat is still there with Josh Allen. Now he may be, well, I think he's 30 years old.
Yeah,
I'd be on the other side of 30.
He just turned 30.
He is
this
still
week.
a threat.
Guys.
Right. Well, see, he's still a threat. So, you know, you can't take Buffalo for granted.
No, I mean, as long as they have Josh Allen on their team, they're always going to pose a threat. Because he's a big guy, you know. So if he has to tuck it and run, he can do that. But at the same time, he's 30 now. He's 30 now, so they have to start slowing that down. Like, you cannot be relying on him to be that big body to just go and get you the first downs or do all of this running and breaking tackles and stuff, because it's going to catch up to him. He's been pretty healthy so far in his career. I got to give him kudos to that, right? Like, especially how they've used him and how he's abused his own body. Like, he's stayed relatively healthy. But at a certain point, like, the older you get, the harder it is to do that. And if they keep using him the way they've been using him, like, he's he's one QB sneak away from missing the season.
Yeah,
Guys.
because another thing that I hate to say to bring up, I know that it's a different lifespan when it comes down to running back, quarterback, but in Josh Allen's case, to me, he's almost been more. He's always took upon himself to be to take that ball and run. If you don't see anything open, he'll take that ball and run. So he's taking a lot of pounding as a quarterback with the Buffalo Bills, and his lifespan may be a little bit shorter than some of the other quarterbacks in the NFL because, like I say, he would take that ball and run, and he's taking a lot of pounding over the few years. So, yes, just like you were saying, they need to make sure that they kind of take some of that off of him and put it on the other, on James Cook and have some good wide receivers and tight end to take some of that pressure off of him because like I said again, a running back lifespan on average is 2 years. And I'm not saying that Josh Allen is the running back, but his lifespan, a quarterback lifespan, should be longer than a running back. But the way he runs the ball can kind of put him in the category as a running back. So you have to start, just like you said, they got to start looking at that.
Yeah, because I mean, if you think about it right now, if we want to break it down and give it an average, I would say the average quarterback lifespan is somewhere between 12 and 15 years. Of course, we have some that are going for 18, 19, 20 years. You're looking at Matthew Stafford. Look how long Tom Brady did the position. But no, that's a great point that you pick up. That's a great point that you bring up with Josh Allen. Like, his lifespan, the way that he's been used, 12 years might be his max. 15 years might be his max.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, so no, that's a really good point. Especially if they want to keep him healthy and keep him useful, like they need to figure out a way to fix it to where he's not the only person that they rely on. He's not their clutch guy. Because you're right, they do have a guy in James Cook. They do have a guy in James Cook who's pretty good at the position. I mean, I wouldn't put him as a top 5 as far as that goes, but he's consistent and he's reliable. And with that being said, I could put him in the top 5. You know what I mean? Because he doesn't get injured a lot either. He's pretty reliable. If you put the ball in his hand, you got a 3rd and short. Most of the time, he's gonna get it. You know, so yeah, stop putting the ball in Josh Allen's hands so much, and preserve your quarterback.
Spread it out.
Preserve your quarterback for the next 10 years, or else you're gonna fall out of your Super Bowl window. Because, like, in my honest opinion, this is their last year. This is their last year of their Super Bowl window, if you want my honest opinion. Because I don't think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to make it to the playoffs again this year, and I don't think Lamar Jackson and the Ravens are going to make it to the playoffs this year. So that's going to be another year where Josh Allen doesn't have to go through Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson. And this is they get their new stadium this year. This is the prime time. This is the perfect time for them to go and actually make a run. And Josh Allen cannot become the Buffalo Bills' Dan Marino. Because if he doesn't make it there this year, he's going to be their Dan Marino. He's going to be the best quarterback that they've had to never win a Super Bowl.
Make it Super Bowl. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely right on that. Yeah, that is so real. And then you got to think about after this season coming up too. Other teams are also building and getting better as well. So there are teams out there that will soon be getting ready to how should I say, take the spot of the Buffalo Bills, take the spot of the Kansas City Chiefs, of the Baltimore Ravens, and some of the other teams out there. So there's other teams out there that should be, some may surprise us, and some may not. That's going to start getting up there, getting themselves together where they can make a run for the Super Bowl or playoff and what have you. And I'm gonna say this too. I'm gonna be a little optimistic because over the past few days, I've been a little bit more on the downside of us of our team having a good season. But by looking at by listening to you and some of the other podcasts, I'm starting to have a change of mind to the point where we could have a good season this season and especially next season coming up.
Yeah, and to break deeper down into that, by us having a good season, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're racking up wins, right? Like it's not about the wins; it's about the progress. It's about playing good, solid, sound football, better than what we've seen. You know what I mean? Like right now, the way that a lot of these podcasters make it seem that the Dolphins are going to struggle to put up 14 points per game, that they're gonna be allowing teams to put up 20 plus points per game. You know what I mean? That's the way that like a lot of these podcasters are making it seem like the Dolphins are gonna do this year. Now, I don't think that's the case. Like I said, it doesn't necessarily mean wins, but it definitely means better football. I feel like
Right.
I feel like we're gonna lose quite a bit of games, but they're gonna be losses where it's like 27-24, 30-28, things like that, 31-28. We're gonna be losing by like a field goal at the end of the game just because like something happened during the game that turned the tide, or an extra field goal, or like a penalty that puts them in field goal range, something. Speaking of penalties,
Right.
I don't know if anybody's been paying attention to the NFLPA and the Referees Association, but they did get a new deal done. So they got a deal done for 7 years, so through the 34 season or some shit. Anyway, so the referees did get a deal done. They were hiring. They were gonna go back to 2012 to where it was like a non-referee season, having a bunch of college referees up in here.
My goodness.
Yeah,
Oh, I
it was
remember that.
it was getting to the point.
Oh
It
my
was getting to the
goodness.
point where we were about to go through a season with not actual trained referees. They had hired some referees, and they were training them up to get them ready for the season. But they did actually get a deal done, so we will have regular referees in the NFL this year. It's not going to be some fill-in guys that Roger Goodell picks up off the streets.
Exactly.
Which had to get done. In my opinion, that had to get done because, like, especially with the gambling and everything going on, there's already too much BS that flies around the media, the social media, with things that happen when you're dealing with gambling in sports now, with questionable calls and bad situations that you can actually pinpoint, like, and you can point out and be like, that call right there determined the outcome of this game. That's happened too many times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's
Yes.
too many times.
Yes.
And that's got to get fixed. Even though we're bringing back in the regular referees, we still got to fix that. There's got to be something. There's got to be something done to where these refs are held accountable. And I've had a couple of these conversations with people through the last couple of years, and I kind of want to know your opinion on this. So it's like, how do we fix this, right? You know, a couple of ways I feel like the NFL could fix this is by fining these referees, right? Like, players get fined for stupid shit, so why aren't we fining referees? Like, if you're making too many blatantly bad calls, like, at a certain point there should be some kind of accountability. Maybe you get suspended, maybe you get fined, you get fired. Like, something has got to happen to where these referees have a reason to call, like, do their job properly. Because the way it's set up now, it's like a lot of these referees, this is just a part-time job for them. A lot of them are like lawyers and doctors or things like that, to where they get to go and referee a game in their spare time, and they get to brag at the bar to their buddies about how they're referees and stuff. In my opinion, we should have NFL buildings or NFL referee buildings around the United States for certain regions, and it should be a 24/7 job. You know, you work a 9 to 5, right? You go in, you report every day. You work 5 days a week, 9 to 5. Doesn't necessarily need to be 9 to 5, but you get it. The whole 8-hour concept. You go there, you report. You're working all year round.
You report in,
Mm-hmm.
you go through film, they run you through scenarios, like you're just constantly studying the game, and that way you're full blown employees at that point, right? So now you could lose your job
Right.
if you don't do it properly. Now there's accountability. There's also constant training. So
Yeah. Yep.
I
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
there's definitely ways, in my opinion, there's definitely ways to fix this. I just don't think that they have the right minds in the building at the moment, trying to figure it out. Although I did see,
Well,
hold on, I'll let you go in 1 second. I did see originally when Roger Goodell put out, like, he put out a contract for them, and in the contract, he was wanting to pay them X amount, but he also wanted accountability, and they like sent him a counter offer, and it was saying that they wanted double pay and they didn't want any accountability. So
nah. Gotta be some accountability.
Gotta be some accountability.
And the thing, and I think what you're saying is a great idea, and they should employ, just like you said, put like almost like training schools or whatever around the country for the referees to go through and what have you, and also too, you might want to establish some kind of committee that's also overlooking the referees. And if there's an issue with a referee, you do investigation and what have you. That referee is not how should I say, is not doing right as far as making calls or being biased or what have you. Then just like you said, you find them and what have you. And if they continue to do so, you get rid of. And then too, the other part is too, is that sometimes these referees are doing it for a certain, they're making calls according to the game that they're refereeing, and they need to, whatever game that they're assigned to the referee, they need to come in with the mindset that uh, uh, I'm not going to be biased against like say the Patriots are playing the Dolphins. I'm not going to be biased towards the Dolphins and be a little more favored towards the Patriots, because I've seen games like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate to say it, but I've seen games like that.
100%.
And they need to come. These referees need to go to each game being, okay, I'm not biased towards any team. I'm going to call it straight down the middle the best way I can. And then also too, you got if you don't, you get. I think they got referees up in and like up in the boxes overlooking. If I'm not mistaken, if they do have, make sure that they're doing right as well. But also have a committee that can go around and make sure that all the referees are doing their jobs and what.
Held accountable.
Yeah.
No,
exactly.
100%. I like that too. That's like a little added security blanket. It's like, yes, we have this and this and this in place, and if this and this and this fails, well, we do have this committee that will like basically be judge, jury, and executioner at the end of the day, to make these decisions, because it's becoming an issue. Like, and it was so glaring last year because they were getting brave, right? Because this is stuff that's been going on. Like, it's been going on the whole time the NFL has been a thing. Like, it happens in all sports, ladies and gentlemen, whether you like to admit it or not. Yeah. It's just that it's a lot more. It's a lot more visible now because a lot more games are prime time, a lot more games are aired, and that's where they've been making mistakes. And that's where they've been making mistakes because last year, you can go back and look, a lot of the prime time games were where these bad, questionable calls happen. And it's like, bro, you have everybody watching you. Like, these are the games where you should be calling the best. You should be having the best calls. Like, you should be, like, to a T because you have everybody watching you on prime time. To where it's like, if you got 10 games on a Sunday afternoon slate, and 3 games are decided based on a bad referee call, a lot of people might not see that. Only the people that are fans of those teams. You know what I mean? So it's not as glaring as when it happens on prime time, and it happened a lot last year on prime time. like that one early in the season with the Detroit Lions where they took that touchdown away from them. Like, that was a bogus call, and it cost the Detroit Lions that win. So, but yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff. We've talked about lots of stuff today. I saw my daughter sneak in here. I think she's ready to go to her little sleepover with her friend. So I do gotta get off of here. But this conversation, ladies and gentlemen, will be continuing tomorrow. We're gonna be cooking up the realist. We're gonna be cooking with the real. We're gonna be cooking up some real hot takes for you guys. Some real juicy ribs and some chicken wings. We're gonna be having a good time. So make sure, if y'all have not already, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Tune into our Discord as well, because if you want to hop up here with everybody and you want to shoot the shit with us and conversate, we're more than welcome. More people up here talking, the better. The better the conversation can get. So don't be afraid to click that Discord link and join the Discord so you can become a panel member. We're less than 10 subscribers away. 6 subscribers exact. Before somebody might end up walking home with this Mike Gesicki autographed photo. So please help us out. Share it with a friend. Share it on your profile page, on your Twitter, your Facebook, whatever you got. Share it with a sibling. Show us some love. Help us get out there. And also, too, make sure if you see a video of ours, roll through. Don't just swipe past it. Go in there, hit that like button. Try and make a comment. All those things are free things. They're free for you, and they help the channel out tremendously, ladies and gentlemen. I had a wonderful time. Mr. Polk, you have anything you want to tell the fans before we get out of here?
I have some.
Oh, hold on.
Listen, everybody, be safe. Oh, go ahead.
What do you want to say, bud?
And make sure you Dino fam, because they're one of the best YouTube channels in the world.
Oh, he's trying to plug his channel, Dino Fam, little dinosaur boy. We started him a little channel too. Yeah, it's called Dino Fam. He does dinosaur stuff, and we yeah. So if you have kids that like dinosaurs, go head over and check that out. But go ahead, Mr. Polk.
That's all right. Listen, everyone. Like I said, come on, tell everybody about the AFC Eastie Boys, and we'll have you come on over here, enjoy Cat in the Hat, some other people on the panel, like Kenan and what have you. And most important of all, listen, but this is the Memorial Day weekend. Let's show our respect to those who went out there and represented this country, and everybody enjoy themselves, be safe, and what have you, enjoy your families, and what have you. So thanks for having me up here, Kat, and I appreciate you.
Hey, thanks for joining in. All right, everybody, we'll catch y'all tomorrow for Cooking with the Real. It's gonna be good fun. So make sure y'all tune in. Peace out. Fins up.
What time is that, Kat?
I gotta get with Kenna and see what time works with him. Probably somewhere between 11 and 1 start time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Okay.
All right.